Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up. Shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers. Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to every single clean-hearted, good-hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. Big up yourself and thank you for being here this morning. Just a heads up, I might be a bit loose this morning with the tongue. I might say a bunch of stuff that some people might find offensive. So just to be careful, I know some of you in here are underage with virgin ears, or that's the way you pretend to be sometimes. So although I try to keep the material clean, sometimes, make me just say it upon my mind and the thing kind of turn out a certain kind of way. So that's one of these mornings, all right? I'm not trying to hold my tongue too much this morning, yeah? So I'm going to chat. We have a lot on the board this morning. I'm going to big up some people in a minute and then we're going to go forward with the show. What we have on the board this morning, Donaldson case update. Noel Maitland, the cop, boyfriend, ex, whatever you want to call him, he is due in court for today. He's due in court for today. I was in the chat room last night. Shout out to the people in the chat room. The chat room is very festive. I was in the chat room last night and I saw where people were saying, good, Donnelly's spirit is working. No bail for Noel. So I want the chat room people to tell me how them know I'm never get no bail, because that's what they were saying in the chat room. I went and looked all over the place. I couldn't find anything. All I saw was he is due in court today. I'm going to talk about what I want to happen and why. All right. Nicki Minaj files a defamation lawsuit against bloggers. A list of bloggers are on this. I told y'all this was coming and it was going to be a new thing that these famous people, celebrities, are going to be doing because Cardi B set the precedence. But we're going to get into details about that, why she filed that defamation suit, what was said about her, and so on and so forth. All right? Teens in thongs, exchanging tongues. I sound like me, I do one of them tongue twister, Sally sells seashells down by the seashore type of thing, or Dr. Seuss. Teens in tongues, exchanging tongues. I feel like me and Malice the picnic them, but me have to talk. I went to a football game last night for my son that plays football. And again, I'm a people watcher, so I was observing a lot of things. This is the environment that my children have to be in. Sometimes I'm there, most of the times I'm not there. So the opportunities that I get to be in their environment, to peek into their world, I take full advantage of it. I said, my sister was sitting last night to see people. We'll talk about it now a little bit anyway. Teens in thongs, exchanging tongues. We're going to talk. All right. Relationship advice. I should have done this yesterday. Compatibility is temporary. But we ran out of time because yesterday did more festive with other topics. So we'll try to just brush past that this morning. It's loaded this morning. It's loaded. And I'm feeling good. Let me get some tea. Just a sip. I have lemon in my cup this morning and hot water, or warm water rather. All right. The Little Mermaid trailer. Everybody knows the movie The Little Mermaid, especially if you have children. The Little Mermaid. You don't really need to have children though. But The Little Mermaid got 1.5 million thumbs down, dislikes in 24 hours. They remade the classic. They're using a female or girl or woman of color, a black woman. And the internet has spoken. This is just the trailer they put out. And the trailer itself got over 1.5 million thumbs down in just one day. We're going to talk about that. All right. the bamboo raft operator and the returning resident tourist. Those of you who are in the chat room, I posted this video this morning. Hold on there. O St. John says the real question is why? Because the dislike button has not been visible for over a year. So why? No. Okay. Stay around. It helps to listen. I'm gonna explain that part to you as well. Okay, so the bamboo raft operator and the returning resident tourist. Some of them man disgusting, you see. Some of them nasty, you know, man. When y'all see men treating women in a certain kind of way, or have made up their mind and decided to treat women a certain kind of way, a lot of the times it has to do with what men have witnessed and observed from women. May not be you, the woman, who's getting the bad treatment, but it's just your counterparts that make it a bad situation for you. Because when a man decides, say, yo, me not love no woman after this, every girl come here so I get dog out. And I'm definitely sharing girl, because I not stay faithful to none. I don't see any that's worth me being faithful for. 2, blah, blah, blah. And you come over there and pour out your heart, soul, and body hole, and get hurt. Blame it on some of these women. If you're in the chat room, our chat room, which you have to be a member here, I suspect that there's still some people in that chat room that are not members here, but I'm going to do another sweep. I've been busy. I'm going to do another sweep. And for those who are in the chat room, help me to get the people out that are in there. I know some of them are your friend. But if they don't have membership to this channel, they shouldn't be in there, because there are people who have membership that want to be a part of the chat room and they can't get in because it's full. Anyways, somebody sent a video, come give me, and I posted the video in the chat room this morning. We're going to talk about that. The bamboo raft operator. You know, when you go on vacation, when you're in Jamaica, and you go on one bamboo raft, and the brother have the long stick, and him just a row the bamboo something, the raft down the river, so, and you can kick back and have a couple of drinks and enjoy the scenery. One of them there. That bamboo pull over in our corner around our park, and some things happen. We're going to talk about all that. Very graphic. So my apologies to the people in the chat room this morning. I don't normally post porn, so to say, but that was just raw graphic porn. And sometimes we have to post that. As long as it don't have any children involved in whatever it is, you're pretty much allowed to post anything in the chat room. Half of that stuff we can only talk about over here. We can't show it. So it's good when somebody can see what it is we're talking about. So them know says not just made up stuff, right? All right. And that's what the chat room was designed for anyways. The things we discuss here, we can show the visuals over there, because this is YouTube. YouTube has cleaned up itself. We can't show everything on YouTube. Then we lock we down, right? All right. So the bamboo raft operator and the returning resident tourist going to be very interesting. AIDS is still keeping. And in Jamaica, it's a epidemic. It's at epidemic proportions. I'm going to get into some specifics, some numbers from their .gov government site, from government information concerning AIDS. And that ties right into this bamboo raft operator and returning resident tourist thing when we just see this morning. I've heard people talking about it, and lo and behold, the video dropping on my lap, so we can chat about it. Rushane Barnett, the Clarendon 5 killer, he gets in trouble behind bars. I have questions. You know what I'm saying? I have questions, and we're going to talk about that too. So we're loaded this morning and ready to go. Let me run up to the top real quick of the comment section, scroll back down, big up some people. Seymour, first one in the building this morning. Thank you for being here. Esserin Odetta is here this morning. Great Goodies is in the building this morning. Donna Davis is here. Sean Cassell is here this morning. Roxy21 in the building this morning. Seymour says, big up one of your biggest fans in Canada, named Inchy. He's blind, but he listens to you every day. Inchy, big up yourself. Where's that Inchy blind, but listen to me every day? All right. Some people have eyesight and still blind. Don't let that go over your head. Inchy, big up yourself. Manners and respect to you. I appreciate you greatly. And thank you for tuning in. All right. And Seymour, big up yourself. And thank you for letting me know about Inchi. All right. Carrie Ann Jones is in the building this morning. Stash is here this morning. Kai Tai Jai Empress is in the building. Maxine Good as Gold. Denzel Gale is here. Perlis123 is in the building this morning. Big up Inchi. It's the freaking weekend, baby. Kai Tai Jai Empress was on that already. Hold on. I'm not said that part yet. Dainty D is in the building this morning. Dainty D, big up yourself. Thank you for being here. Wayne Nathan is here. Lady J there this morning. Soldier 819. Audrey Wright's here. Vicky Victory is here this morning. BM there. Purple Royal is here. Nitty Bitty Crafters. Mervyn the Point Jamaica Kerr is here. Rosalind Smichael is here. Sharon Spence is here. Senior Sexy there. Jane Ander is in the building this morning. And I'm not going to call out no more names still. Faye Van Rail. I hope I said that right. Is here this morning. That's a new name. Faye Van Rail, thank you. Please let it rip, Faye says. Let it rip. Okay, Faye. I'm going to let it rip. Some of them people here might exit the room when I let it rip, though. Kai Tai Jai Empress says the real question is why? Because of this. Okay, so you did say that. All right. Lord, I was a teen in tongues, tonguing down my boyfriend. LOL. Drew Hill song was my popular. Oh my God. All right, so I must one boy pick me that I said that. Oh, St. John, boy or girl? So like a man. Anyhow, 57 likes. Only guys do some more likes. Michelle Howell says there's only 57 likes here. Okay, it's up to 98 now, Michelle. They're working on it. They're working on it. All right. I seen one vlogger that actually, since them call with vlogger, this is not vlogging actually, right? I explained this already. Vlogging is like when you follow the camera, you get the camera to follow you around for a day and you show, okay, I woke up this morning, brushed my teeth, washed my face, had breakfast, kissed wifey, had 5 minutes of sex because that's all I could stand this morning, caught me really short, and then headed over to here to do this, that, and the camera follows you throughout the day. That's called vlogging. This is not vlogging. This is actually commentary. This is pretty much a talk show in commentary format, right? So, but we'll hold the title since I got them group everybody in a one and call it whole we vloggers. So we are vloggers. Where do we start this morning? We start with where y'all want to start this morning? Y'all want to start with this whole AIDS thing and this whole the Bamboo Raft operator and the returning resident something, or y'all want to start with the Donaldson update, or y'all want to start with the Nicki Minaj defamation lawsuit, or y'all want to start with teens and thongs, or y'all want to start with Rushane Barnett? And somebody said Nicki Minaj, a one person answer. If that one person answers alone, then it's that one person gets their way. Don't not vote when you have a chance to vote, or else somebody else will vote for you. Real talk. It's a lot. Nitty Bitty Crafter says it's a lot. It's a lot. We're going to break it down quickly. Everybody has said Donna Lee. Damn, that's a good thing. All right. BM says start with any topic. I'm okay with any topic first. Donna Lee. Let's go with Donna Lee. And a matter of fact, since the rest of you are saying just go with any topic, Donna Lee is actually at the top. See that? And see, Donna Lee is at the top of the page. And then all the others go down. So I will start here with Donna Lee, and I will go all the way down as it is written here on paper. So just roll with me. It might be out of sequence. We don't care. Oh, I forgot to say, it's the freaking weekend, baby! Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. Hey, I'm kind of like OCD. If I don't do stuff in order, then I get messed up. Somewhere in the middle of this, it'll keep bugging my brain like, you didn't say it, you didn't say it, you didn't say it. So I had to say it. There we are. Got that out the way. All right? now, let's get on with the show. Thank God it's Friday. And we made it through another week. Hey, y'all counting these weeks? You've been given a lot of weeks. I'm talking about a lot of weeks by the Creator. You've been given a lot of weeks. How many times have we said, it's another week? We made it through another week. Well, no better give thanks. Some people go on every day like say God not do nothing for them. All right. Stop being ungrateful. You better remember to give some thanks here. Not care how big and bad you say it is. I don't even care if you talking about Allah, Krishna, Buddha, something over you. some divine, something, person, however you define it. Just make sure you have a praying spirit and that you're being thankful. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, Donaldson update. So, Noah Maitland, the cop, is due in court for today. The goal today, his attorneys are going to try to get him off or not off, but they're going to try to get him out on bail today. All right. I don't know if the crowd is going to be out there protesting because, like I said before, this would happen where, when it just happened, everybody run out. The crowd that was out in the street protesting with their placards and stuff, they were out in numbers. And it was the first time I had actually seen that happen for a person that went missing in Jamaica, demanding justice. But given how the story unfolded, wasn't surprised. These people are brave because this is Jamaica you're talking about. And when man have police links and then known as badman and gunman police and these things, you kind of risk yourself, you know what I say? Because if you don't live in that kind of lifestyle, you have two bad mad cousins to come help you on these things, you yourself could be at risk. Somebody pull up on you and talk about, hey, me see you out there, so hold up placard, I talk about your protest. I think you want to sink my brethren, hey girl, don't make me see you out there again here. And people will and go away. It happens. Easily intimidated, right? So I hope they're out in their numbers today. I hope they're not swayed. I hope they're not intimidated. And I hope those who came out in big numbers remember to continue to come out in big numbers. Not just when the thing did hype and happening because it was news that just broke, but stay the course. You're going to have to stay the course. Will he get bail today? I don't know. We're going to have to see. But I can tell you that judges don't just give bail like that. In cases like these, where he has been charged, he has been remanded, he has not had an opportunity to get bail so far, I don't think they're going to. But we don't know. They've had like 2 weeks. In that 2 weeks, the judge will have looked over all the stuff that the prosecution has against him already. The prosecution will have made their case now behind the scenes and said, Your Honor, he has the resources, he can run, and we believe that he will run, so he's a flight risk. The judge is going to say, what makes you think he's a flight risk? They're going to have to show some kind of proof that he's a flight risk. Another thing is the judge is going to look at what they have. Do y'all have anything solid? Because we can't just hold him here. There's a police officer, and you guys are just holding him here. Give me something solid to keep him. And they're going to say DNA evidence. Okay, this is what we found. We found blood here. We found this. We found that. We found, and everything correlates in time with Noel bringing Donnelly here. We've looked at video footage, surveillance footage. She went in. She did not come out. Blah, blah, blah. And the judge is going to say, okay, enough said. All right, no bail. Or the judge might just be biased and say bail, because we've seen this happen before. We've seen cases where people blatantly look like they did it and the judge still said bail. Man out here on gun charge, man out here on murder charge. I gave y'all a proper example in the Beachy case. You remember Beachy? All right. In the Beachy case, the rich man from Portland with his young wife, and they also said that he murdered his first wife to get to the young wife. I know the young wife get dashed with. And some people were like, yeah, the young wife deserved it because she knew what happened to the older wife, the first wife. She did take the woman husband on the side, and she wanted to be in that big house. She wanted the woman's role, and then plot and get rid of her, and then now she same fate reach her, that kind of stuff. In that case, I'm still baffled because the person who said that Beachy tell them this is how he want it done, gave them specific instructions. No, don't shoot her. Why you bust her throat, cut her neck, that kind of stuff, right? And you want her dead in a certain kind of way. Paid them huge amount of money to do it. The brother went to court, stood in front of the judge, says, Your Honor, I'm guilty. I was the one that was instructed to do it. The only reason I couldn't do it was because me and her are too close. She trusts me, and we just couldn't do it. And the only reason why she turned the car around, go up in that area, that dark area there that night, is because of the level of trust that she had for me, right? Only that. So she turned and go up there because I instructed her to, but I subcontracted the job, and I sat there and I watched and him describe how them hold her round the headrest as she was sitting, stab up her chest, then cut her throat and then set the car on fire. And I was like, the person who testified that to the judge, he got his sentence. The person who he told the judge, him do it, judge, him, me subcontract him to do it, and I watch him do it, he got bail. So the court system in Jamaica is wild, okay? So we're keeping our fingers crossed, just like everybody else, that this man won't get bail and that justice will be served. It'll go from here to a full-blown trial where everything will be exposed. Because right now, we don't know everything, We don't know what the prosecution has right now. We just know tidbits, little here, little there. When this case fully blows open, we're going to know all the stuff that them have. So, and they've already told us that they have DNA evidence that links Noel to Donnelly's disappearance and what they call her murder. So we'll have to wait to see all the stuff that they have when it comes out. What I want, though, anything can happen. You see the scenario I just gave? It's a real scenario. And in court, lawyers usually say, well, let's refer to this case. This particular case, how was this individual able to get bail, but my client can't get bail? And then they do look at stuff like that. It's just like the other case we're going to talk about in a minute, where, what's the singer name again? Cardi B took a vlogger to court, and now Nicki Minaj is taking vloggers to court. And I told you that that would happen. And this is what they do in court. Apply that to this with the Noel Maitland case and the Donaldson case. His attorney can very well go to the judge and say, hey, in the Beachy case, right, didn't the guy who was accused of actually doing the killing get bail, even though the person who told you that he subcontracted him is in prison and was sentenced? And the judge can be like, yeah, you have a point there. Okay, just to be fair, Noel gets bail, but you're supposed to report to so-and-so by so-and-so. The prosecution will have to go in there with a strong case like, listen, not only is he a flight risk, but witness intimidation is a big factor. And we believe that if he is let out, then all these so-called witnesses and everybody else is either going to be scared, be intimidated, be confronted, be silenced. Some people might even get dashed to a judge. So I don't think it's in the best interest of justice to let him get bail. If they're not aggressive with it like that, then he could very well get bail. And that's just how it goes, right? So we'll wait to see what happens there. What I want to happen is I want to see 35 years at a minimum before he is eligible for parole. Why, SouFlo? Why 35? Because I parallel the Vibes Cartel case to this case. And in Vibes Cartel case, they have no DNA evidence. I don't care. I don't care what you heard from anybody else. They have absolutely no DNA evidence that links Vibes Cartel to the individual he was accused of murdering, but he ended up with a life sentence and having to serve 35 years before he is eligible for parole. So if they're able to do that with no DNA linking him, and now the prosecution is saying, oh, we have DNA linking him, plus we have other things, okay, it's going to have to be 35 at a minimum. Give him the same thing. I remember the judge saying in the Vibes Cartel case, because people said, no, man, nobody gonna get 35 before eligible for parole in Jamaica. How many people y'all know getting this amount of time? And the judge says, well, I took into consideration the callousness because his lizard's parents weren't able to give him a funeral because they won't admit to it. and they won't admit to where the body is. Well, all right. In this case, that goes the same way then. Noel ain't talking. His baby mother ain't talking. Nobody surrounding him is not talking. Nobody knows where Donnelly is. All we know is you picked her up from her mama's house. She was last seen with you and she disappeared, right? And then all the little evidence that they're finding is piecing it back together that you are responsible. So again, 35 at a minimum before eligible for parole. And as a matter of fact, I should have been about 50 before eligible for parole. You know why? Because you are a police officer. You have sworn to wear that uniform and uphold the law and to serve and to protect. And here you are withholding information, perversing the course of justice, committing murder and trying to do a cover-up and all these other things. Yeah, man, about 50 before you can even be considered for parole. So with that said, this is where the Donnelly Donaldson case is right now. Today, everybody, stay glued to media if you want to find out. If not, I will go get all the information as I normally do, compile it for you, and give it to you right here on SouFLoTV. All right? All right. That is it for Donnelly. Next on the list is Nicki Minaj. Let me read some comments. Divine Order says, exactly SouFlo. I agree. 35 at a minimum. Audrey Wright says it should be life. You know what, Audrey? It should be life, but I got to find out that in Jamaica, they don't really give life without the possibility of parole. Now, they could tell you about because we believe in giving people second chances. I don't think that's what it is. I think there's a genuine issue here that a lot of people don't think about. I was watching a documentary in the US. When they started giving people life without the possibility of parole, it created a whole new industry. Whereas, as people age, they're no longer aggressive and them a killer and bad man. This one in a prison, diabetes a kill him. The next one in a prison develop a heart condition because he's older now. The next one in prison, all kind of stuff starts happening. You know, the natural breakdown of humans starts happening to them behind bars. So there's a whole medical world going on behind bars where these prisoners that are aging out now have to be taken care of in an infirmary. Somebody have to go flip them and wipe them body and put a diaper upon them because they have urinary incontinence and all other kinds of incontinence and these kind of things. So they don't really, I think they have thought about that in Jamaica and they're like, we can barely afford to keep the prisoner them how we have them now. So imagine if we start fling out life without possibility of parole and have a whole population of elderly people in prison that we have to nursing home care take care of. I think that's what it is, and that's what they're running from. That's why people aren't getting life without the possibility of parole in Jamaica, right? That's just me looking in from the outside, my keen observation. Tell me if it makes sense. See? Let's see if this will be some kind of continuity with this case. Well, we got our eyes on it, and we're speaking about it 50 years before parole is better, says Karen Notice. I agree. Divine Order says, Tawada, morning thoughts, family, for all of the facilitations and well wishes. It's been a very interesting and fast-paced couple weeks. Divine Order, I hope all is in order for you, but your name is Divine Order, so I know you trust Divine Order. Right? All right. Someone from Jamaica told me yesterday that she was cremated in a Spanish Town funeral home. That's one of the rumors that are out there. And remember, we covered, I don't know if you were here, we covered that, and it was Seymour that called in and said, SouFlo, they do cremation at that because he is not the owner of the funeral home. He is the director of the funeral home, the manager director of the funeral home. He shares the same last name as Noel Maitland. It's, I believe, Mark Maitland or something like that. But he shares the same last name as Noel Maitland.
and he came out to the media to say, hey, I don't know that man. I've never met that man in my life. The only time I started finding out about him was when this case took front page, right? And this rumor that we have something to do with Donnelly's disappearance is actually hurting our business. Matter of fact, we don't even offer crematory services at this location, and it showed up on their website that they actually do offer cremation services at that location. So we're wondering, like, yeah, in a rush to separate yourself from, how much are you really trying to cover up here? That alone put them out in the open, right? Some from Jamaica told her that, yeah, she was cremated. SouFLo, with all the learned lawyers at his disposal, don't you really think they got him on something? Think about it. Yes, they definitely got him on something, but we know how Jamaica court system work. You hear the scenario I just gave you? That man went to court and said and pointed out Beachy and says he hired us to do it. Me, I was supposed to do it. I couldn't do it because me and her did too close. Describe exactly how it was done and ended up getting a little bit of time for his testimony, and then his Cody, the person who he pointed out and said actually did the slashing and stabbing, he got bail. He got bail. Somebody said SouFLo, them give him bail because them want people out the road for do something to him. I don't know about all that, but he got bail. And if you look at the Beachy Stout thing, have you heard anything about it? It's been 2 years now. 2 years now. If the person who you hired to do it was already convicted and is doing time, how come you just we not hear nothing? See what I'm saying? So, rumors are starting to spread that Beachy not really lock up my youth. Him gone on a boat over so and so. Him there so and so. Or, well, we don't know. I doubt it though. Because they're going to have to give account for him. Them can't just say him escape. But we haven't heard it. So they're dragging their feet with that case as well. It's just how the system works in Jamaica. Anything can happen. I'm telling y'all right now. Noel Maitland could very well go to court today and walk out on bail. It is up to the prosecution to make their point to the judge that this is a bad idea and make the judge believe it by stating a couple of possibilities that the judge can actually see and say, yeah, I could see that happening. Okay. I can't, at this time, I can't grant you bail, right? Look at Young Thug. I don't know if y'all follow American news as well and rappers and stuff. So Young Thug, YSL, with his music brand and whatever, they got hit with RICO charges. That is exactly what the judge said. The prosecution went before the judge and said, hey, these guys are violent. They have high-powered weapons. They've been wreaking havoc in the streets. And we've already connected them to a string of murders, either directly or they gave orders to have these hits carried out, et cetera, et cetera. The judge is like, well, all that is here nor there because that has to be proven in the court. What else do you have for me to hold these people here and not give them bail? And they said witness intimidation. We have 2 cases of people coming forward saying they fear for their life and their families. And then other people who he was indicted with on his own team started flipping and saying, hey, I'm willing to tell y'all everything, but I fear for my life. And I'm telling you right now that he got a lot of money and he got a whole lot of power. Like, y'all don't even understand. He got so much power. And based on that, the judge was like, well, your millions of dollars doesn't make it, because you're famous, doesn't make it so that I have to respect you just based on that. So I'm not going to be sending you to go on house arrest in a mansion. I'm going to have to hold you here because I do believe that witness intimidation might play a big factor in this case, and so on and so forth. So if they make their case like that to the judge and the judge actually is not a biased judge or not a paid off judge or not a judge who is friends with, because that's how the system works in Jamaica. Don't get fooled. These lawyers are all friends. These judges are friends with the lawyers. Their children go to the same schools. They party, backyard party, house parties with each other. They're an exclusive group. Them not hang out with regular people. You not see them downtown with everybody else. Them kind of something that is their circle. They discuss these cases haphazardly, willy-nilly over a glass of scotch and these kind of things. Yes? So what do you think about your boy then now? Who, Noel? Yeah, man. I mean, we're not going to come throw up on my desk Monday morning or Friday morning, which is today. Well, here what? We are trying to get him bail, you know. And he might laugh and said, me not think he might get no bail, you know, not from me, you know. Brother, why? You mess up my case like that? Well, brother, me not really try to mess up your case, you know, but me I tell you, say, you know, look good right now. And plus, you know, the public pressure that is out there on this case. Everybody has their eyes on it. And they must say, come on, forget everybody, man. Pass me the spliff. I'm a brethren. I'm want you to look out for me and them thing that you don't stay there going things for them people here. They're humans and they're Jamaican. Them not no different from anybody else. All right. Who look out for who? Look out for who and know how that go already. So I saw the thing all go. But I hope it don't go like that. Holds like a strainer. All right. So this Nicki Minaj file thing I know. Nicki Minaj has filed a defamation lawsuit, right? And she has done so because somebody is calling up her name, but they're calling up her name in the wrong way. When Cardi B did this, I issued a little warning, a little heads up to my fellow vloggers since I got them call we. And I said, y'all out there with your smear campaign channels, because that's what it's called. Character defamation channels. Channels that are up specifically to make money off of bringing down a certain person by spreading lies or made up stories or stuff like that. Your days are numbered. If you're not able to sit and discuss stuff or just bring straight news, then your days are numbered. Nobody want to hear straight news from you because you're not the news, right? They want to hear you discuss some stuff with some depth. Anyhow, shout out to Urban Islands. Nicki Minaj files a defamation lawsuit against blogger over cokehead accusations. So they're accusing Nicki Minaj of being powdering her nose. A YouTuber who claimed that Nicki Minaj was a cocaine user is about to get the Tasha K treatment as the Queen's rapper has filed a lawsuit against her for defamation. The Tasha K treatment. Me no want the Tasha K treatment because me no have them kind of money there. Tasha K got found guilty of and had to pay. You can't go look that up. You can't go look that. Broke her pocket. Millions. And Cardi B was over there blowing hot air steam on her nails and cleaning them the whole time. And she was like, I'll make that off one show overseas. But this about to hurt her ass. I told you to stop. Didn't I send you the cease and desist? Okay. I sent it a couple times too, right? Okay. You bad. All right. My money long. Let's go to war. My money not so long. So me not chat things about people like that. All right. I have picnic for Fred and these kind of things. Cardi B has set a precedence when she won her defamation suit against YouTuber Tasha K, who, among other things, claimed that the singer had herpes. Now, Nicki Minaj is following suit as she drags a YouTuber to court over similarly damaging statements, according to TMZ on Wednesday. If you don't know it, TMZ is ran by an attorney who knows his stuff and has links to the inside. That is the reason why he is able to get all the stuff that he gets. And they normally come with facts. All right. So TMZ released that on Wednesday. Nicki Minaj is suing the defendant, whose name is Marley Green, whose social media name is Nosy Hugh, for claiming that she allegedly uses cocaine. This gets interesting. Watch this. Minaj has been on a rampage over the weekend into Monday, and Green on Monday commented on the rapper's statements, claiming that she was reportedly using drugs, as she insinuated that might be the reason for her behavior. You know, sometimes Nicki just act out and act up. So she took it up on herself to say she's snorting coke. That's why she acts like that. Like, watch her. That's cokehead behavior kind of thing, right? In a video shared on YouTube, Green claimed that Nicki Minaj was doing drugs, shoving all this cocaine up her nose. I'm not saying allegedly on this. This is how she said it, quote unquote. I'm not saying allegedly on this. This is where you get yourself in trouble at. That little word right there could save you, okay? Allegedly. Or just say it's a rumor. It's not factual because I haven't checked it. It's a rumor. You know, much time to tell them for say that, right? But the lure is that when people don't say this, those who are listening think it's factual. Now, this is defamation of character because you're spreading false information that can be damaging to someone's brand. You get it? All right. I'm not saying allegedly on that Nicki Minaj is a cokehead. We all see it. This is what she claimed in a video that went on to call Nicki Minaj's husband, Kenneth Petty, a rapist. Well, I'm not going to go there this morning, but okay, so Green's statement led to thousands of tweets online that went viral with the hashtag it's giving coke. When they hashtag it's giving coke, Nicki picked that up. If nobody had responded to it, Nicki probably wouldn't care about it. But because thousands of hashtag it's giving coke, okay, this could be damaging to my brand. On Twitter, in reference to Nicki Minaj's rant, Minaj had threatened to sue a number of bloggers who used the saying about her. Not just that one person, but that one person is the head of the list who started it. Among them is Jason Lee and the Neighborhood Talk and a bunch of others. Now, shortly after Nicki Minaj's statement, Green also responded to Nicki in a new rant, which had been referenced in the lawsuit filed by Judd Bernstein. Anytime you hear them Bernstein name there, you already know what time it is. If you don't know, ask somebody to explain it to you. Nicki Minaj lawsuit says that Green made several disparaging statements about Nicki Minaj and even her son, whom she says will become a rapist. Your son, your little baby boy, will become a rapist. Dainty D, you on point. You know what time it is. Even your son will become a rapist. A video of Green making those statements has made the rounds online, where Green lashes out at Nicki Minaj and even her 2-year-old son. She said, child, the whole bloodline, including the baby, the whole bloodline, including the fucking baby, new baby, child, she needs to get that baby in. I don't care. I don't care. Like I said, I'm not going to get up here and be fake for nobody. I'm not going to be PG-13. I'm not going to be censored for nobody. I'm always going to stand true to who I am. People with me for that reason. Because I'm not going to get up here and tiptoe and dance around because people mad. Let that. I don't give a damn. File your lawsuit. Yeah. File your lawsuit. Yeah, Tasha K said that same shit too. I don't give a damn. File your lawsuit. Everybody always tough. Then them voice crack like this when that verdict is read. Everybody always tough. Yeah. File your lawsuit. I don't give a shit. You can't do nothing to me. Okay. I'm not going to censor myself for nobody. I'm always going to be true to who I am. People with me for that reason. Because I'm not going to get up here and tiptoe and dance around because people mad. Let a mother be mad. I don't give a damn. File your lawsuit. Your baby's gonna be a rapist too. Your whole bloodline is disgusting, including your baby. And you need to be trying to get some of that rapist mixture out of your baby before he grows up to harm somebody's daughter or son, like his daddy. Get that baby in therapy. That's what she said, right? You are trash. Your husband is trash. Your brother is trash. Your mama is trash. Your daddy, the dead one, and the living one, both of them is trash. And before that baby grows up and be trash, you better get that baby some help. You just a damn idiot. Listen. Let me wait before I go any further with this thing out. You know what? Let me go further with it first. Then I'll say what I had to say. In the lawsuit, Nicki Minaj refers to Green as a nobody whose main accomplishment in life has been a string of criminal charges, bail jumping, and bad debts. Now, Nicki them have the money to go dig up your whole life. That's what you must understand, right? Tupac Shakur said, if you want to go to war, make sure you get your money right first. You can't war broke pocket with somebody with long money. You're not going to get hurt. However, they add that her posts, which were shared widely, have led to Nicki Minaj's reputation being damaged, as people are likely to believe these statements. Bernstein wrote, this is the lawyer, wrote that the Cokehead video had more than 2,000 likes and more than 250 tweets in no time. Nicki Minaj wanted Green to appear before a jury and pay damages of no less than $75,000. I'm willing to bet that Green don't have 75,000 US dollars to go throw away in a courtroom. I don't have it. You'll never hear me saying anything like that about anybody. Bernstein said if she wins the lawsuit, the rapper will be going after Green for everything that she has, including the right to her trademark, Nosy Hugh, until she can pony up the damages. So what do you think is happening to Tasha K right now? Cardi B issued a statement. Tasha K issued a video because they were asking her, so what's going on with the money with Cardi B stuff? She was like, child, I ain't got no money. They ain't gonna get nothing from me. I ain't got no money. Something along those lines, right? Not quote unquote coming on nobody come I thought whatever fool me. He said what I didn't say. She said something along those lines. Cardi B immediately answered back via social media and said, a bitch better have my money, else you know how the rest go. And you know how the rest go, right? They about to turn you upside down and shake you by the ankles and empty them pockets. That's that. But anyhow, Tasha K says that she and her husband put certain things in place to handle situations like these and all this. We'll see how it plays out. But one thing I know is once the court has made that decision, they don't call that decision back. It's made. And you're going to have to cough up that money one way or another, right? So we'll see how it goes. She says she's going after everything, including ownership of her trademark. Imagine me go talk something about somebody and next thing you know, them own SouFLoTV. You know how much blood, sweat, and tears I put into building this? To go be loose lip for what? So some people who really don't, because this is what happens, and vloggers need to understand this, right? The people you entertain with this delicious kind of entertainment, as soon as your channel gets shut down, because that's the only reason why a multi-millionaire would want to own your channel, your trademark, is so they could shut it the hell down and put you out of business. Now, once they do that, all those people that were laughing and yeah, girl, and egging you on, I call it throwing a battery in your back and have you acting like the Duracell rabbit because you can't stop. I can't stop now. It's getting good now. The views are going up now. I'm gonna say some more stuff. Oh, hold up. Include the baby too. And your 2-year-old baby about to be a rapist too. You need to put that baby in therapy. Okay, keep going. Those same people, as soon as your channel exists no more, they'll be on somebody else's channel. They won't even ask, where did you go? So
let it choke you. Let it choke you. My marching orders are aggressive. This is her attorney speaking, right? Her attorney says my marching orders are to aggressively sue anyone with a media or social media following who damages her with intentional lies. Eventually, the lesson will be learned. Hello. All right. I did a story covering Nicki Minaj's brother and the whole ordeal. I am absolutely glad that I do my stuff the way that I do. I take news as it is printed from credible sources. I read it and then I give my opinion and we discuss. Me no come say nothing about, yeah, and him hold on little girl, yo, and turn her this away, and then him do that and him do this, and then they're like, none of that happened. Why are you making all that up? Whatever I say, you can find it. All right. His marching orders is to aggressively sue anyone that has a media or social media platform who damages her with intentional lies. Eventually, the lesson will be learned. Green has released several videos after Nicki Minaj threatened to sue her, so she's not stopping. She's on the go. We know how this ends. We know how this ends. She has not only commented on Nicki Minaj's son's eyes being cockeyed, but she has continually commented on Nicki Minaj's husband, past rape case, other things. Green claimed that she has a video showing Nicki Minaj doing coke or with cocaine running out of her nose. It's unclear if Nicki Minaj is going to add other defendants to this lawsuit, but the Trinidadian rapper did confirm on Twitter that she filed her lawsuit against the blogger and she is gunning to own all her blogs and her publishing. Now let's see. Hope people, you guys are doing all this dirty work for love, you enough to hire top-notch lawyers for you to pay your bills once I own your blogs, your shows, your IG pages. Y'all tried to protect so bad. Couple artists in the folder too. I'll own your publishing, duds. That's Nicki Minaj, posted September 14, 2022. Now let's see the people you guys are doing all this dirty work for. Love you enough. Let's see if they love you enough to hire top-notch lawyers for you to pay your bills. Once I own your blogs, own your shows, those IG pages, y'all tried to protect so bad. Couple artists in the folders too. I'll own your publishing, duds. Yeah, my friend. So, with that said, don't mix me. If I said it, it was out there already. That's why some people, oh boy, you talk. My platform is not for you because I'm not going to go shorthanded and just say some satire shit just to make you feel happy. Well, he got to the point and he said it. Very exciting over there. And next thing you look around and I'm not here no more. Then you're on to a next channel. No, that's not how it goes. And I'm trying to warn people, as I've always done, that didn't I tell y'all though? I told you once the other case came out, I said the precedence has now been set. If Cardi B had took Tasha K to court and she had lost, it would have been an open season field day for vloggers on people that are famous. Then you could come up here and just say anything. Anything. I seen her out in LA with what's her name husband. That bitch cheating. Yep, she sit up there and act like she's holy. She over there singing Bible verses and stuff. She's a cheater. We could get up and say everything. Somebody put a stop to it and said, no, this could literally damage people's brands. It could damage their personal life. It could cause conflict in their relationship, in their intimacy, within their marriage. It's bad for their children. This is bullying children. It's not okay
for adults to bully children. Y'all know that I'm not into that either. I always say, no matter what kind of beef is going on, children are off limits. I don't speak about other people's children like that. I'm not going to single out your child and be like, yeah, and the boy, when name them, boom, boom, bam. Feel like a picnic, the one where you see that's the 9-year-old one, the ugly 9-year-old boy with him cocky eye them and him big foot and him ugly face. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? You know, people that normally speak on other people's children are people that don't have children themselves. Or they try to hide their children and speak on other people's children. That's not wise either. Just leave it altogether, right? So I stand on credibility, and I'm glad that I did make the decision to do that, because trust me when I tell you this, the fastest way to grow a channel is to tell lies. The fastest way to grow a channel is to do some mix-up stories. And you guys, a lot of you believe it. You go, even if you don't believe it, this is what you do. You go over there and you support the channel by simply watching it. Once you watch it, it registers in the algorithms as another view and another view and another view. This is the reason why you see channels that use the truth as a headline, but twist the story their way, throw some extra spicy stuff in there for entertainment's sake and whatever. Those are the channels that you see have like 100 and something thousand views on almost every video. Ask them for the solid proof. Like, show it here, hard proof. They can't, right? And the people don't care, and they know that they don't care. So they just keep selling what's in demand. And before you know it, the channel got a lot of subscribers and a lot of views and a lot of whatever. Now, some people are like, oh, you're just jealous because so-and-so channel will come up fast. I don't care about nobody's channel. I know about longevity. I've proven it. I've been here 7 years. I'm going on 8 years. I've slowly, meticulously built this, consciously done away with the foolishness so we could have a solid platform. A platform that's going to be here, God spare my life, for a good while to come, right? So, hey, people love the foolishness though, and they'll encourage you, but they'll encourage you to your destruction. Isn't that how it is in life though? Granny never telling us, said don't follow friend and company. Because friend and company always carry you go one place around one part where you can't carry yourself come back from. It's the same exact principle. Our grandparents didn't lie. They weren't foolish. They knew what they were talking about. It applies to social media world. Don't follow them. Friend and company, those likes, they just want to see you provide what tickles them. And once you're gone, they'll find somebody else immediately. Shout out to Nicki Minaj. I said what I had to say about your brother, and based on the information released from the trial, I was on point, and I used only factual information. Never said anything else out the way, right? I said I love your music. I'm a fan of your music and your art, and I was very disappointed that you were putting up money to get him a lawyer. Some people even said, SouFLo, come on now. If that was your brother, you might not support him say what he did was wrong, but you would at least put up the money to make sure he get a good defense. And I said I wouldn't. Because why would I? If I put up the money for him to get a good defense going and he beats this, I just helped him to walk away from what he just did to children. So I wouldn't. But everybody is different. You know what I'm saying? And I leave it at that. Other than that, and even the other day, I did a video with Nicki Minaj. I was like, yo, the thing with her brother, I was mad at her about it, but I'm not mad no more because she's doing something that I wanted her and others to do, which is actually share their stage with our artists. See, a lot of their artists come to Jamaica, right? They use our artists. They use the flavor. They use them love with spice in. They use it. Them come catch a style and the vibes. They use it. But you don't see our artists sharing stage with them when the big money comes in for the big shows. Well, not Nicki. Nicki has done above and beyond, right? When name there was in Crocodile Teeth, he'll be Skillibang. Skillibang will be eating. She positioned him to be eating for the rest of his life off of, and not too many people do that. They ought to try to give you one little money under the table, or she positioned them to be eating, and that was on her project. He'll be getting a check for the rest of his life off that. And then she come back and back Skeng again and did a remix with Skeng, which I think the video for that just dropped, Pretty Little Miss or something, which I'm gonna, and I said I didn't like the content of the song, but I can see where if me and I dance and that go off, it's gonna be pandemonium in there. So me can see it's gonna be something big as well. So big up to her for that. She didn't have to do that. So she's actually, and she called them out now upon them if she's in the same area or whatever. So that's where I say, yeah, I'm gaining a new form of respect and let bygones be bygones. I'm gone to prison. He's doing a whole lot of time. Speaking of her brother, I'm sure she don't want to look in that direction. It's her family member. And for us out here, justice was served. So let it rest, right? All right, get back to the music because that's what I like you for. And that's that. Nothing entertaining about bringing down people. Hey, Stash, I'm telling you, Stash, listen. That's the entertainment. That's the big entertainment. You lie enough and make it sound entertaining. Ain't nobody going over to the channel that's telling the truth. They will tune in for that lie every single day. Even when they know it's a lie. They'll go tell another person who can prove that it's a lie. No, you lying. Because they don't want you to take away their entertainment. They don't want you to take it away. But that's how it goes. Up is down, down is up. What Bujabantan say? Everything upside down. Up is down is up. Right is wrong, left is right. Big is small, small is big. Good is bad, bad is good. I don't know. The thing just frig up now. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Yeah, brother, morning. I'm blessed up,
Blessings, family. What going?
Yeah, so I want to touch upon two things. One of them is the topic we touched upon with BDG and the justice system.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one is this blogger girl.
Mm-hmm.
You see, my youth, social media is a poison. And a lot of people don't know that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a poison. You understand? And right now, they need to come up with a new charge. Vlogging under influence. That's the eye drugs. You see me? It take control of people so easily and so fast. My youth.
Tells they I said the same thing. Tells said the lie them sound better than the truth. And it's true. It's true. Me myself get caught up in that, brother, and then me say, wait there. I listen to American vloggers, not Jamaican vloggers. And the reason why I do, like I said before, right, not to cut you off, is because if you listen to somebody long enough, their stuff will subconsciously seep into yours. And before you know it, you're using terms that they use without even realizing you're doing it. So to keep myself authentic with my delivery, I don't pay attention to none of them. But when we go listen to the Yankee them vlogger thing, there's a whole lot of that going on. So me I say, oh, this sound like a movie. Yo, all right, this part right here, so let me pause. Now let me open up the next computer. Let me go look up the facts and say, and me I read through the story and I'm like, damn, this don't even go like that.
Yeah.
So I realized that people take stories that are real. So the headline's gonna catch you. They give you half truth, and then the rest of them just pile it up for entertainment's sake. And the people them love it.
Yo, talking about somebody is one thing, but bringing in the lady baby night, like that's just straight up trolling, brother.
Yeah.
Just reviews. You see me, because that was very unnecessary. You understand what I said?
The type of things what she said about that 2-year-old boy.
Yeah.
That's
and then the fact that she's still going even after she said she applied the lawsuit. It's just straight up trolling reviews. So it's like she intoxicated with the social media thing.
Yes.
Like full control, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Next
True
thing.
Yeah.
The justice system and the along with the force down in Jamaica, that's one big infestedness.
I agree.
You see it?
I agree.
It need a purge, my youth.
Mm-hmm.
It need a purge.
I agree.
So
I agree, my brother.
understand?
Yeah.
Because
You think Noel gonna get a bail?
They'll probably do something for a little slap on the wrist just to see a face, you know. Me not put that past them, you know, because it's too popular now. They can't really hide it. See me? And it's like Jamaica full of too much free for all. Some judge are follow the rules and some not follow the law. You understand me? I said?
Same.
Look on the Vice Cartel case.
Same.
Versus some other cases where look on this now, them can't find nobody. Vice Cartel case, then you understand, them never find nobody. Look on this Klansman
Not
case.
even no DNA evidence that linked to anything.
Even this Klansman case now where the judge go by the book. Rule by the book. You understand? So how some judge follow the rule or follow the law.
And some don't.
And some. So it's more of a personal thing.
Right.
Personal vendetta, you understand?
Right. You know, you me just said earlier. It's exactly how I explain it. Exactly how I explain it.
Personal vendetta. So the place need a purge, brother, from justice system go right back down to the force, right back down to government. You understand what I said?
Yeah.
There will be no change unless that happens. Facts. So that's all I have for this morning. So bless up. See?
Big up yourself, brother. Manners and respect.
Yeah.
All right. Somebody said something about Broomy. I mean, I think I need Broomy that though. Broomy, my brother was saying, I have to joke out man from under in bed. And they still love the girl after. I mean, I love no man after that. You do them something that to me. Cancel us. We are canceled. But yeah. So Nicki Minaj and her defamation lawsuit. This is just another warning to vloggers. Her last message was, what you gonna do when I own all your ish? All right. So go on with the stuff. Now, the next one we got to talk about this morning is teens in thongs exchanging tongues. And I'm going to keep this one very short because we don't want to talk about nobody pick me. So I'm going to be let's go right into it. So again, I went to another football game. I must be getting old because we see a girl last night, you see, and a boy. First of all, I see the shorts here are short. And then there's like last night them come out because it was supposed to be like them jamboree night or something. So outfits were out. Some like a short one-piece bodysuit with you can see like everything out the door. And I'm like, am I at like a school function, high school football game and stuff? No, I kid you not. I see a boy and a girl a come and them a hold hand, right? It's about my son's age. Jen's 15. He's the oldest one. Kosie's 14. But them big enough. Y'all talk about picnic where like 6 feet tall enough. Most of them in there probably not 6 feet tall. So them picnic are big. But we see them two are never big though. Them a come them finger locking together like this. I seen a bunch of those last night. But one of them, my friend, stopped right in front of the football field, right there on the fence, while the game is going on. I want to see how she rub down her man. I say our man, but a boy pick me. She rub him down, feel him up. And him did a rub up body, feel up her back. Next thing me see man, the youth grab her head and the two of them in there, beer tongue lashing. And I was like, she had a long ponytail. And the only thing that was in my mind was, me didn't want to run down the bleachers, grab the ponytail and just draw her, go way over the next side and ask her the whole way like, where is your mama? Where is your daddy? Why this boy tongue in your mouth? What the and me start have like a future flashback. Like I'm looking at my daughter. Melania is 2. I feel like I want to slap her just from now, just so she remember that when time she reached them age there. I'm thinking about Nika. Nika is 8. And I'm like, damn. This is how you couldn't do none of that when I was going to school. No, tongue down. In front of a big stadium full of people, everybody. And it wasn't 1 and 2. Them a come through, feel up body, hand palm body, man hand in a girl back pocket. I was like, what the and then go way up in the back of bleachers and a beer sing thing are going up there. I said, I'm tired for turn around last night. I heard some conversations behind me. Some big fuck talk are going on. And I said, am I at a kids event? You know, I don't want to be the Scrooge old dude that's like, why he in our business? Because you know some of them feisty, right? This is America. They have a whole lot of freedom. So them can't talk, them talk. So I'm like, and then I talk about that was my ex, and then you went and effed him, but I didn't know that was. But you did know though, Kelly. You did know that was my ex. But it's all good. I don't really care because your ex and name me. I said, I hear ya. So we moved down about 3 more benches, and then the kissing people them come right in front of me. And I was so distracted the whole time between conversation we are going back so, and activities going on in front of me so. Me I try watch the game because my son is out there, and I'm like, these kids. So yeah, short and sweet and to the point. If you have children, especially teenagers that is growing up in these America, watch yourself. Watch your picnic them. Because it ain't like what you think it is, and it's not what it used to be. For those of us who went to school here, from all elementary and them thing that all the way up like I did, none of what I'm seeing is what it used to be. None. Them pick me wake up and go to school in a slippers and socks, first of all. You couldn't dress like that going to school when I was going to school. Slippers and socks. Them go to school like them don't even care about school. Them barely fling the empty book bag on them back, and the book bag is like it's like a style piece, and they have on shorts, and the girl them have on shorts, school, and socks, and slippers, push slippers, like they don't care. It's like, I'll be back. Let me go over here and see what they're talking about for a minute. I'll be back in a minute. I'm like, do these kids? I was talking to my son, and I said, the first thing people see when they see you is how you present yourself, and you can't take that back. You can't change it. They will always remember, the first time we saw him, he was sloppy. Remember how you cannot take that back. So make sure you carry yourself in a certain manner. My son started getting loose with the way he carried himself, and I had to pull him up, and I'm like, yo, Coco, I remember when you used to ask me for my ties, and you used to put a tie on because you wanted to wear a tie with your shirt. What happened to how you carry yourself? You got to get back to that. Not saying you have to wear a tie, but you got to put yourself together. Missy the picnic them, the boy picnic them whole body out the door. Like there's a difference between letting your pants sag and wearing your pants with your whole ass outside. Their whole body out the door. And to see that these little females find it attractive and it's cute. And I'm like, yo, if my daughter ever, I'm up there and one girl run down the bleachers and say, hi, I'm your son's friend. And I was so dumbstruck, right? Because me, I take it all wagwan. I didn't see that Jaden was at the top of the bleachers, and she ran down with him, and she was like, hi, Jaden's dad, I'm your son's friend. And I was like, okay. That's all I could say was, okay, because there's so much more that could have came out. But I was about to be like, yeah, I hope y'all not getting into the same type of shit that I'm seeing in front of me. But I never met them before, so I couldn't say nothing. My son's friend, huh? So what y'all got going on? Or why you feel the need to introduce yourself to me already? Like, me don't know. But I was just like, damn. So pay attention to your children, man. It ain't that time, all right? There's a next thing on the table here, but we'll run through them real quick. Relationship, stay with it tonight. We're going to move fast now. Relationship advice, compatibility is temporary. So I watch this thing that I internalize some stuff from that I feel the need to share. All right. So, one time y'all look for somebody for they're in a relationship with, and you're like, oh, I want somebody that's compatible. Okay. I watched a brother break this down. And he was like, compatibility is temporary. Here's why compatibility is temporary. If you go looking for somebody that resonates with you now, that's similar to how you are now, compatible now, 5 years from now, you won't be how you are now. 10 years from now, you definitely won't be how you are now. So what if that person is compatible with the person you are that when they met you, but is not able to grow from that person as you change throughout the years, right?
So compatibility is temporary. That was deep. He was like, listen, if you're going to get into a union, it's supposed to be God is the center of it. Now, me, I don't care if your God is Allah, Buddha, Krishna, whoever it is, but you and your partner better be on the same page, and you better be like able to pray together. You better be able to share that kind of vibe together, because that's what the union is supposed to be about. A union put together by God, and then your intention along with your partner's intention is to honor these vows that you took before your God, right? So it's you and your partner living out God's plan for your union. And that's what it's supposed to be. So when you start having children out of this union, that's your blessing from the Creator. Vessel, chosen. Some people are born and not able to create children. Men, not able to produce sperm good enough to make children. Women, barren, not able to. So every baby is a miracle, and you're chosen. You two are chosen. Divine order. Shout out to divine order in here, right? And you must understand that, and in a godly manner. And that's the only way that your relationship is going to work over time. Because you go around looking for somebody that is compatible, they might be compatible today, but when you change, will they still be compatible? Because you're not the same. And the reality is nobody is going to remain the same. So the goal is to find somebody, he said it like this. The goal is to find somebody that has made up their mind to do life with you. You're my person. You're who I'm going to do life with. I'm not trying to escape this, right? There is no, I'm running away. If you change into something else, I want you to be like this forever. People actually do that, and that's why their relationships fail, because you hear them down the road saying stuff like, well, you changed. You're not the same person you used to be. That's why I'm leaving. That was 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago. How could I still be the same person from then? You were supposed to grow with me. You were supposed to still be compatible with my changes or love me regardless of my changes. But the plan from the beginning was, I'm going to love you as long as you stay this way. The minute there's change, peace, I'm out, because that ain't what I want. Right? All right. Just thought I would share that real quick this morning. I found food for thought. Hey, Munchie. I found food for thought. I'm Munchie and my daughter. Wife looked at me one day and said, you call your daughter Munchie? We just make up name gear. We are Caribbean people. You get a name. Just Munchie. Babe, my day football game, I drop asleep yesterday, no?
I'm sure you were. I was in my bed.
Yeah, go ahead, Jim.
Yeah.
All right. You're going to be out there falling asleep today, and I'm going to be all over you. So you're scared. Hi, Mommy.
I definitely agree with that video. That video was...
The video about the changing. She don't agree to too much stuff, but she agreed to this one. She said she definitely agree. The compatibility. Kai, babe, keep them for me. Give me 10 minutes.
Okay.
All right.
Come,
I'll finish all this up in 10 minutes. Jesus Christ.
Come,
of mercy, Lord.
Come, Papa.
Daddy soon come. And then we're going to go to the store, okay? My house ever festive, But Lord, she's in you know what season going to end, LOL. You ever know? All right. The Little Mermaid trailer. Let's move right along. It just popped in my head. Audrey, right. All right. So the little trailer. Boy, I want real quick. One time, me and this woman are getting into a big argument, and she take care of herself down her mother yard and these things. And I thought, damn, my house would be. I just want to be alone. Bare miserableness. I realized I didn't hear my son's voice, and he didn't come cuddle up to me no more. I realized my daughter, wah, like that. When the house empty, me paro. I actually walk around with my gun on me in the house when them not there. And I was like, damn, this too much house for me alone. And okay. So then it turned into, let's go back to the seesaw. One of them there, man, week out. Papa go, daddy soon come. But anyhow, an empty house will make you see. Yes, Carthage Empress, and some things in life, you have to just make up your mind that you're going to put up with that. Like I said, the message was for me. Do life with me, not, we're compatible now. Because we might not be compatible tomorrow. And you have to go find a way through love to make we be compatible tomorrow. You understand? So if you're not going to do that, then we don't want no part of it. See? So when it was me and her was sharing that, and we're like, yep, we're on the same page with that. So I'm saying, it resonated with me, man. Me feel like me didn't need to share it. The house lonely or rotted. All me need want to stay in here. No lie, I actually went and rented a hotel room. Because the hotel room is small. I know the bathroom is right there, and the bed, everything there right there. So I want like a balcony, and that's it. I actually went and rented a hotel room. Me couldn't do it. So, yeah. All right. Now this Little Mermaid stuff. Yeah. Sharon Ingram says people change and people grow. That's true. And you must remember that. And don't think who you in love with now is going to be that way forever. The man who used to bring you flowers all the time, somewhere down the road, he might stop bringing flowers. The man who used to donkey lens you or something all the time, somewhere down the road, he might can't do that again. Not because he physically can't do it, maybe because he's seeing himself. As we get older, we get more mature in thinking. So we start to think like, yo, I've had enough sex to last me a lifetime. I'm starting to think about setting up generational wealth and setting something in place for at least our retirement so we're secured and all these other things. Now I think, well, come on, I should put in a hole every day. That's like when you're new and then, every now and then it gets exciting to get in that mode, but we got to be thinking about more than all that. So that's the exciting stuff in the beginning and you're like, oh, I hope this never changes. We're compatible. That's now. Will you be growing with me when I'm elevating? Food for thought. Little Mermaid trailer. The movie. They redid the movie. First of all, I seen an old ass white man making a video on social media talking about so Disney wants to remake classics, huh? Using other people. Okay, other ethnicities. Okay, let's remake how about we remake Roots? How about we do what? No. Remake Roots. So we go remake Roots using Caucasian people. Did you see Roots? And first of all, I was so bothered because the movie is called Little Mermaid. You big old man, why are you so bothered that they remade Little Mermaid? That alone was like weird. But deeper than that though, Little Mermaid received 1.5 million thumbs down. 1.5 million thumbs down in one day. You know what it is to have 1.5 million dislikes? Now I heard somebody, I think it was my sister Kaitaja Empress, said, how were they able to see it when YouTube has not shown dislikes in so long? Well, since the trailer of Disney's live-action adaptation of The Little Mermaid debuted last week, critics haven't held back on sharing what they think about the upcoming movie. In fact, many have been disliking the trailer on YouTube. We know who's disliking it because most of us were happy for Chloe and her sister, which one of them, I believe, or if not both of them, are signed to Beyonce, right? And they're out here doing big things. And it's all because they don't agree with the fact that in this version of the classic, Ariel is played by a Black actress. Though this movie has been in the making for years, this is the first time that fans get to catch a glimpse of Halle Bailey in the title role, fins and all. It's also the first time that they got to hear a snippet of her singing one of the most famous songs from the movie, which is called Part of Your World. 1 million dislikes? Unfortunately, the trailer has received more than 1 million dislikes in the first day. As the Daily Mail reported, YouTube has disabled the ability to see how many dislikes a video gets. But people who have installed an extension that allows them to see the dislikes, they are sharing the screenshots to everybody else, showing them, because you can't see it. But there are creators and other people out there who can see it, like myself. So if you have the extension, they're the ones that are sharing it to show everybody else, like, look, nobody likes this, but YouTube took the dislike button off, so you can't see it, right? Unfortunately, given the backlash the casting has received online, it's not surprising to hear this figure. Hear this. I don't understand why Disney keeps swapping their characters. I'm Mexican, and I wouldn't want to see a Mexican female casted as Ariel. Yeah, okay. I wonder how upset people would get when they make a live action The Princess and the Frog movie and cast a white female as Tiana. People haven't been shy about sharing their criticism. End of the day, the matter is she's an African-American female, or an African female, or a black woman, or whatever you want to call her, classify her as, and they're not liking it. That's that. So, in a nutshell, shout out to Ross. We're forgetting to something else. Let's not stay too long on this. In a nutshell, keep running around here thinking everybody has your best interest at heart, right? And keep on inviting everybody to the barbecue, and keep on thinking that everybody loves me. It's just one or two that don't. They move, and when they move in silence. You understand? Read between the lines. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning, SouFLo. How you doing?
Good morning, my friend. I'm doing great. How you doing?
Good. Hope you and family as well.
Yes.
Yes, good. So this whole mermaid thing, I hate to see, like, white people have their movie and then black people come do a black version of it.
Oh God.
It just looks very
cheesy.
Like, it not only cheesy, it's almost like it's corny. Like, you can't come up with nothing original that come from your culture. You look up to these people so much. Anything they do, you have to do a black version of it.
I was thinking of that with the Oscars.
Yeah, it looks mentally weak. It looks like you are inferior looking up to them. So you give them a reason to feel like there's somebody and you're nobody. Yeah, I just hate to see that. Like, have a little self-esteem and do something else. That's number one. Yeah.
But you know hold on. You know that this though was remade by Disney, casting a person of color as, or a black woman as Ariel.
Because they know that's what we like to see. Because it's like, oh, and I saw videos of black women crying, and I'm like, what you crying for? Like this need to be accepted, this low self-esteem thing. It look crawny. You know what I'm saying? If you wanted to do a mermaid, because actually the story of Mermaid is an African story. The original folklore comes from Mami Wata, right? And the story of Mami Wata, you can even go on, it gets translated as the storyline of this Mami Wata, who was a mermaid, goes from different place to place, from Asia, from Europe, and so forth. You see the variations of how the story had changed. But do a Mami Wata. Educate people about the origins. You know what I'm saying? Instead of like a little lapdog, anything these people do, you there behind them. So make them feel like somebody. That's the thing.
That's deep, yeah.
You know, and three, I guess I would say, this black people, if you ever didn't know if you liked or not, you don't have no friends. The only friends we have are ourselves. Even these other groups of people, they just want to be accepted by white people. And everybody know the unwritten rule is they have to step aside from you. Even the one saying that she wouldn't want to see a Mexican so-and-so.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's folklore. And on the other hand, white people have been presenting themselves as Egyptians and different African leaders for the longest time. That's real history. Now, that's something to be offended by, But it's just that these people don't like you. And it's okay. Everybody don't have to like us. That's how I see it. Right. But we have to like us. And we have to stop making these people feel like they're so important and they do something. We have to do a black version because our self-esteem and people are crying online. Yo, that stuff has to cut out. You know what I'm saying? You make people feel like they can step on you.
Yeah.
That's just how I feel about it. Like that stuff, I wouldn't even see it. That just the fact that it just turned me off. Do something different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Do what mommy wants to. Do something that's us.
Yeah.
Stop like chasing after these people that like they're somebody to look up to. That part just turned me off personally. But I'm happy for her to have the opportunity. You know, I do for that. Right. One thing from what I've read is like she's the only black person in the show.
Right.
The prince is white and all that. I'm not presenting giving that let my daughter see that. You know, then it's gonna be too black. So anything that I give a vibe like you want it too black, I don't want to be a part of it. Because either you accept me or you don't. Don't half accept me. I don't take no half acceptance. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. But I guess whoever wants to see it, go see it and whatever. But I don't have my children just like perched upon the black version of it. No.
And she has a white prince.
I don't need nobody acceptance.
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah.
You know? But that's all I have to say.
All right. You know, we look forward to your take all the time. We appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Jeez. I kind of put it in perspective, man. I can't say anything else. I can't say anything else. So, but honestly, I still wouldn't hit it with a thumbs down. I wouldn't. For the simple fact that she's an African American or a black woman that's in it, I still wouldn't hit it with a thumbs down. I would just support it even if I don't like it. You know why? Because that's how they move. They support their stuff even when they don't like it. Just think about that, right? We're the ones that are overly honest about our own stuff while they support theirs even when they don't like it themselves. I don't like your shit, but I'm going to support it anyways because I don't want them winning over us. We don't have that. Think about that part. Me not gonna say no more either. T95 South says I still support it too. And Lulu Ridges says I can say more, but I won't. I won't either, Lulu Ridges. I can go very deep with it, but I won't either. Let's talk about this. So, wifey, give me 10 minutes, and I'm sure I'm almost over the 10 minutes. AIDS is still keeping in Jamaica, people. AIDS is still keeping in Jamaica. There's a video out here that some of you women are so damn disgusting. You know, when I look at older men and I hear women say stuff like, yeah, that's why you need to go find your age and look your age group. Honestly, for grown men out here, majority of these grown women out here are not in place to be considered somebody you want to be faithful to, wife up, all these other things. And you wonder, like, other than the ones who were married and them husband dead and gone, like, how are you this age and you're still on the market kind of thing? Well, go get in there and find out why. I seen this video, man. This video was so disgusting. So there they were on a raft, rafting down the river in Jamaica. And I guess she's so hot and bothered, she decides that she want to run some pum-pum on the man that's rafting her down the river, right? So the man pull up the raft in some bush. Now, I'm asking myself, who's videoing? Who is videoing? Because for those of you who are in the chat room who've seen it, you can see it's a big live porn scene. See? My man, I rub him till on the front. You know that saying when they tell you about, just let me put just the head. I just want to put it at the edge of it, man. I'm not going to put it all the way in. And before you know it is, we shouldn't be, the whole light gone in. It was one of those cases. Here the big woman. Hold on there. The big woman tell the man, if you go find one plastic bag for wrapping something, you know. And I said to myself, you know, here she is visiting from overseas. She's going to go to Jamaica. She's going to turn up. That's what a lot of these women do. Them go to Jamaica and them look on the youth, them that's doing these jobs, and they think of them as he is less than privileged and he's happy to see me with my American dollars or my British pounds. And, you know, me can fling something upon him and entice him and all these other things. And then they end up in problems later on. But right there, she skin out, you know. I mean, I don't know who a video it, you know. But we're going to get into that. So with that, I wanted to tie in just to make sense of it, that AIDS is very real, my friend. And in Jamaica, they're actually having an AIDS epidemic. It is at epidemic proportions. So the video right now, in the chat room, since we posted that this morning, I know people are up in arms about it. Let me see. Okay, here it is. Somebody said, this is just nasty. She could have had AIDS. Anyone going around sleeping with someone they just met with or protection have to have some kind of STD or something. All right. Now, if I could show you this.
Not in. Not in. Pussy. Pussy. I said not in, sir. Are you trying to stick it in? Get a plastic bag or something. I'm serious. Get a plastic bag. If you get a plastic bag,
them big woman are careless enough. You can't see says a big woman. I'm guaranteeing you that she is over 35 years old. This is a big woman. She have the man there. Her thing well up and out and everything, and film sitting in her hand and him there wipey on the front of her sitting, and then him out pushing it out. She talk about not in. Just keep rubbing it on the front, but not in. How can you be so careless as a grown woman? As a grown-ass woman, you're so... This is nasty. And it's them same woman there who, when you meet them, they'll be like, oh, no, I'm not into those things. On that girl, they look punchy. Oh, my God. And yes, look on that one. Oh, gosh. And me? Yeah, I've only been with... Let me see. 1, 2, 3. You're the fourth person. So there's 4 people I've been with in my lifetime. And this and them kind of nasty sitting there. If somebody never videotape it. And guess what, though? Her face is on that video. So if a woman who did do vacation in Jamaica trying to get her groove back like Stella, then here's your woman. If the video hasn't hit you yet, go check the video out. You in the chat room, you might see your woman. Because I did notice something will look like so she married. Or maybe she just a wearing. We don't know. Listen. There's an article out in the Observer that says America committed to helping achieve HIV epidemic control in Jamaica. Okay? And that was posted September 16th of 2022. You need to go read that up from the CDC. America committed to helping achieve HIV epidemic control in Jamaica. The numbers are out of control. I'm not going to read no long nothing because I'm trying to finish this up so wifey can go to the gym. But check this out. HIV prevalence among adults in Jamaica was 1.5% in 2018 with an estimated 36,617 persons living with, I never said 3,600, 36,617 persons living with HIV. 27,324 persons, or 83.8%, diagnosed with HIV. 12,711, 39.0% of all of those, or 46.5%, are aware of their status. Less than half of them are aware of their status and were on antiviral therapy, or ART. In the public health sector, 61.8% of those were virally suppressed. Those who were on the medications were virally suppressed. HIV prevalence among men who have sex with men remain high in the country of Jamaica, as well as other things. You can go read all these stuff up for yourself. This you can find at www.ncbi.nlm.nih.gov. It's a government website, National Library of Medicine. All right. I don't know. I'm not going anywhere and sticking my pickle anywhere just like that. 36,006. Listen, I'll leave it right there for this morning. The last thing for the morning is this. Rushane Barnett, the Clarendon 5 killer, who admitted to killing his cousin and her, kill me dead, something else in another relationship that between that boy there and him cousin. But me not gonna say nothing because I don't want to stray and I don't want to add insult to injury. However, he just got caught in jail. They did a shakedown in his cell. One bag of commotion was going on according to the Jamaica Star, and they did a shakedown in his cell because the police in there realized that there was a bulge under his clothes, and when they pat him down, they found a cell phone on him. Now, Badman probably in there boy him up, and they know that the cell was about to get raided, so then put it by him and tell him, say him have to take it. It could be any which way. However, it said that he became boisterous and he grab a container with that juice in it, fling it after the guard, and they got into a little tussle and they locked him down. They're assuring the public that he is fine. And I'm saying to myself, why is he being handled with velvet gloves? Why the nice treatment? He killed 4 children and their mom, and then admitted to it and admitted that it was over BS. And now we must hear how he is being handled nicely, and just to assure everybody that he is doing fine and he's okay. He's got caught with contraband. As far as me can concern, no, we can't hang him. That should be one of the cases where we hang the old school way, like throw the rope around him neck, throw it up over the something, and heist it up on the next side like this, and let his legs flutter and say goodbye and go bury him somewhere, just like how we buried the woman and her 4 children. Not true? I don't understand why it's front page news, because it's been trending for a while. Oh, they might get sued and he might get off because of the ill and inhumane treatment he is getting behind bars. A prison name, my friend. You kill a woman and her 4 picnic them. Your relative, your close cousin that used to give you a place to stay and look out for you and all this stuff. And now we're supposed to be worried that something might be going on bad, or they might be rough handling you. How about that? When did we get there, Jamaica? On that note, let's leave this right here. Those of you in the chat room, wanna see the video. Anyhow, big woman wanna conduct herself better than that here. Somehow nasty. Period. Have a wonderful weekend. Go out and get some sunshine. It's beautiful out, especially those in beautiful South Florida today and in Jamaica. Enjoy yourself. Keep people around you that uplift your vibrations. Stay positive. Keep a smile on your face, and blessings. I'm out. Peace.